All right, Soviet Combat Sloth here, and today we're just going to ramble on and talk about my AK collection, my current AK collection. It's not much of a collection, I would suppose, but it's only three because it's only three rifles. There's people out there with way more than that, like when it comes to AKs. But this is what I got. This is just documenting, I don't know, for my purposes, and maybe you might find it somewhat entertaining or interesting. But yeah, this is what I got. It's varied a little bit over the past few years because a couple years ago I did have I didn't have that. I had a in that's place I had an M92 PAP, but I did sell that, and we'll talk about that. The reasons why it's changed and why it's this now and why it's changing again soon. Um, like the title says, one of these AKs has to go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Uh, but yeah, one's got to go. Actually, technically, that's kind of clickbaity because I guess really none of them have to go, but I want one of them to go. Not for any reason like that. They're bad or anything. It's just try to free up some capital here, some money, some liquidation of funds. But yeah. But guess I'll talk about my first AK that I ever owned. That was the first center fire rifle that I ever owned. Actually, that's a lie because my first center fire rifle was a 9mm carbine, specifically a High Point 995 carbine, the old school Planet of the Apes, the non-TS, just the old school uh, High Point carbine, which I do still have. But this was my first serious, what I consider to be serious. I was really amped for this thing way back. Um, but yeah, my first like intermediate centerfire high cap like rifle, like my go to war gun back then. That's what I thought. But yeah, that's my GP Wasser 1063 from Century Arms. Uh, when I first got this thing, man, it was like pristine, immaculate. The finish on this just has not held up. Like it just start flaking immediately. Like all AKs, when you move that safety, they just start getting wear and tear. But yeah, this one, the whole finish has just seen some wear. Safety check it. Oy. 30 rounds are loaded into this magazine. I think that's cool how that I bought that from a pawn shop years and years ago when I got it, and I like that wear. I don't know. I always imagined that was like some commie Russian or something. Blood, like got blood all over. Like he had blood on his hand and he went to reload, and yeah, just ate up the finish on that mag. That's why I like to pretend, but yeah, that's what I consider to be safe in this house is a loaded magazine, because your boy don't want to be using this like a stick in a home invasion or something. Yeah, 450 bucks back in 2009 under the Obama. Looked pristine. Now it does not. I think it looks beautiful. Like, I like that wear. Looks like I've used it. What have I done to this thing though? Nothing major. One of the simple things I did was whoever had it before me lost the cleaning kit. So I put a little cleaning kit in the butt stock there. Every time I would take it out and show you. Every time I take these out, I imagine that little guy from Saw is gonna ride up on his bike, the little puppet. He's gonna be like, Soviet Combat Sloth, you have 5.1 seconds to get that out of there without destroying your thumb or your finger. And I'm just like, God damn it, man. Why couldn't it be a knife trap or something around my face? Like, I'm scared of this damn buttstock kit. No, man, when I first got a buttstock cleaning kit and I put it in there, I did get my finger trapped, and I was like, no, mommy, mommy, mommy. No, but yeah, I don't like those. I like the fact that there's a cleaning kit on the gun, but I wish it wasn't so mouse trappy. I just don't have the technique. I've It came with a Tapco pistol grip, but I like these Serbian grips way more. I think they're more comfortable. It's all crusty and shit. But yeah, I like the Tapco. I mean the Serbian grips. Um, this mount was on this AK down here. Quick detach. In the past week or two, I have migrated it from that AK down there to this one. Yeah, whoever had that one before me had this. I don't know who makes this mount. And this Bushnell on there, but now it's on this gun. What else have I done? I did not do that, but it came that way. Probably for 922R compliance. That's a Tapco muzzle brake, and I think that's pretty nice. It works out pretty good. That's something I did. Is a flip up night sight set. They're no longer active. I think they're East German flip up night sights for the front and also the rear. They're hard to actuate here though. Yeah, they're no longer active, but I thought it was cool to have them on there. And how I got those was there was a guy at a gun show, selling guns off a few years ago, and he walked by. I was not interested in his AK, but my eagle eye spotted his night sight set on there. And I said, man, I'll give you $5 if you want to pull them off there. Make a quick, easy $5. He said, oh, shit, hell yeah, $5. And yeah, it wasn't quick and easy. It took him like 5 minutes to get those off there. Like, they're just a pain in the ass to get on and off. I guess there might be a technique that I just don't have, but yeah, he finally got them off there, and I'm happy to have my dead night sights now. One other thing I did was this Romanian dong, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. These way back used to be like $20 or something for the whole set, bottom, top, and stock, like for handguards and stock. Used to be like $20. I had to buy these from a guy. He did not work with me on the price at all. I was trying to get them a little cheaper, but it's one of those things, like, they just have a demand. Like, people shark fin them, and I don't know if they still come into the country at all, but yeah, I paid $75 for that, which is like, my boy he didn't do me no favors, but yeah. I don't know how I feel about the dong though. I wanted it for years. I wanted a foregrip on my AK because who don't? Good for recoil management and stuff like that. I would guess. That's what I always thought. But I haven't shot it with the dong. But I've noticed since I put it on there, like, I've got to be a lot more precise with my reload. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta practice like hell to get my reload. Or I was thinking, man, I might have to go to strictly 20 round mags on that gun. I do have one 20 round mag, and that's just not enough. I might have to work on the reloads at that thing. Another thing that I did do, and I think that's like a fatal flaw. If there is a flaw with the AK pattern rifles, I think it is the shepherd's hook. I'm not going to take the gun apart, but there is a hook that goes in the gun like a spring, and it holds your fire control group and your hammer in place. And yeah, it sucks. Like, mine broke. I think I bought another one and tried to install it, and I could not figure it out. There's YouTube videos, I think only one or two at the time, like way back, and I just couldn't figure it out. It was too potato-y with the videos, and probably like this one's gonna be. But yeah, so I looked into other options, and I found out there are retainer plates. Tapco makes a retainer plate. A few other people make retainer plates that actually just bypass the shepherd's hook. They replace the shepherd's hook. And I think that retainer plate is the way to go. Like, retainer plate is vastly superior to shepherd's hook. You couldn't convince me otherwise. I'm no AK expert, so I don't know why I'm talking like that. But my buddies that get AKs that, like, they're not used to AKs or they're asking me about AKs, I'm just like, dude, this first thing you do with that thing is boom, retainer plate. Like, because people ask, they're like, what should I do to my gun when I first get it? Like, I used to work at pawn shops, and what should I do to my AK when I first get it? Should I throw a red dot on? I'm like, well, you should do whatever you want to it, but the only thing that I really recommend, and I'm no expert, is retainer plate. But yeah, that's the way to go to me. That's about all I've done besides wear the finish off on that thing. We'll move on to this guy. This one is a Palmetto State Armory GF3 AK, and safety checked. This one does not have a magazine in the gun. It's got the Magpul Zukov furniture, and it's really nice. It's a collapsible folding stock, a pistol grip that's pretty comfortable. I still like the Serbian a little better. Well, it does have a storage in the handle here, the grip. Yeah, I dropped the trap door on the floor. I'm not going to pick it up right now. But yeah, you could store extra batteries for a weapon light in there, or maybe Reese's Pieces or something in there, like whatever you want to do. I'm not going to take it apart, like I said, for YouTube purposes. Like, they don't like that stuff. But there is a retainer plate in there, which I think comes standard from Palmetto, which, like, plus, like, thumbs up, boy. Oh, I put a BCM. I think that's a BCM. I think it's the Gunfighter grip, the foregrip specifically. Could use a little drumming, I guess, to like fit it a little better. But yeah, I put a little foregrip on there. Try color match it as best as I could get. One thing I like is the Western style M16A2 type flash hider they put on this thing. I think that's cool. I like the furniture. I like the overall look. The build quality seems nice. The finish, I think, is superior to the Wasser. Like, it's a good finish. Yeah, the overall fit and finish and everything seems nice. I have not shot this thing. I've owned it since like 2021. You'll see that's a reoccurring theme on this channel. I don't get out and shoot at the range as often as I would like, and just always working and busy, and just, I don't know, man. I don't get out as much as I would like. Like I mentioned with the Wasser, that quick detach side rail there was on this AK, but I've migrated it to the Wasser. What could I say about this thing? You know, in the AK world, the Palmetto, it gets shit on a lot by the AK guys, and like they really dump on it. And I think for an entry level, dip your toes in the water AK, like you're just gonna take it to the range or something. Maybe you'll run it as a shit hit the fan gun. Like, with anything like that, you should definitely vet it. But I think for a dip your toes in the water gun, like, that's a good gun. Like, to test the waters with. See if you're into AKs. I think they're pretty good. Even though I haven't shot this one. But I've seen a lot of good things about them. I've seen a lot of bad things about them at times, like people shitting on them. Like, but when it comes to American-made AKs, I think they're, like, you could do much worse. Like, I'm a fan of Century Arms, but their American-made AKs they put out, their Viscas and shit, terrible. Like, bleh. Like, I'd much rather see somebody get this, like, than a Visca. Like there's some specialty AK guys out there that are making guns here in the country, like with parts kits and different stuff like that. And those guys are, a lot of them are, if you're in the AK world, you'll know who they are. I can't think of their names off the top of my head, the companies, but yeah, like they'll put out good stuff. But like mass produced, like this is definitely better than a Visca. Like, uh, what else could we say here? Like the title of the video says, one of them's got to go, but it's not going to be that one over there. It's going to be, this is going to be a Chinese Norinco Mac 90. This is the nicest AK I've owned. 5-round mag, Chinese. Ni hao, ni hao. But yeah, god dang, I like this thing. That bolt moves pretty good. Not as smooth, I think, as the safety's not as smooth as the Palmetto, but it just overall runs like the bolt and the safety, they run pretty good on here. I have not put any rounds through it, so I couldn't say anything to that. I don't know if this is a milled receiver, but if it's a stamped receiver, like I think it's a bit thicker than the Palmetto, or I mean the Wasser. Yeah, this is kind of a recent gun. This is the Sporter Mac 90. These were like Norinco was putting out AKs and bringing them into the country in the late 80s, early 90s. And they got into some trouble, and then there was an import ban and the assault weapons ban. And yeah, you can no longer get Chinese rifles or pistols in the country. But when they were trying to do their assault weapons ban, they were banning scary features like threaded barrels with the flash hiders and stuff. Like flash hiders and muzzle brakes were scary back in the day. Also, bayonet lugs, like scary. They didn't want you to run out of ammunition and start stabbing people, so bayonet lugs had to go. The stocks, they didn't want you to have collapsible stocks or stuff like that, so they went with a more traditional thumb hole, like probably Monte Carlo style stock here with the cheek rest kind of molded in. A lot of people think these are hideous, but I think they're good, man. Like, I think it's comfortable. The dimensions here are a little thick, but man, I like it. I like the overall look. It's got that little white strip there near the rubber recoil pad. That recoil pad it's hard as a rock now. But yeah, I like the look of it. I think the lines are great. Like it's a clean looking gun with that 5-round mag. Like it just overall looks really good to me. Like I like some of them. I like the band features. Like some people get these and upgrade them and make them look like a more traditional AK, like the Wasser there. But I'm gonna keep it like this because I like the thumb hole stock. I like the 5-round mags. I just like it, man. Like band me harder, daddy. Yeah, but that's my Mac 90. The story with that, if you care, is, well, I'm trying to downsize, but it doesn't always work out. I did have a Cobra Mac 11. I paid like $450 for that thing. And yeah, the Cobra Mac 11, I was trying to sell it, but I just kept getting trade offers. Trade offers were like ARs and stuff, junk I didn't like. And one guy just popped up and said, I'll trade you a Mac 90. He had like 230-round mags with it. And I said, hell yeah, I'm gonna take that deal. Like $1,200, $1,300 Mac 90 for I think the Cobra M11. I think that was worth 900 to 1,000 something bucks. Like, so I had like the original manual loader and like 2 or 3 mags for it, and like it was a nice package. But we did a little straight trade, and I got that Mac 90. Happy as hell. That is gonna stay in the collection. I thought about selling it, but I just can't do it. Cause yeah, I'd be way up on that. The Wasser, that was my first centerfire serious gun. Which one's like obviously like that leaves us to one gun that's got to go. And it doesn't have to go because it's like junk or anything to me. Like the reason why this is going is there goes my Xbox. But yeah, the reason why that will go is, well, I'm going out of the country in July to see my wife and kid. They live in the Philippines. Like I'm trying to do the whole immigration thing. Blah, blah, blah. But that's got to go because, you know, I'd rather, as nice as it is to have 3 AKs, it's nicer for me to, this sounds sappy, but it's nicer for me to build memories with my wife and kid. And that costs money because they're over there. But yeah, I'd rather be doing cool dad stuff over there. Like $800 I'll get for this is like that'll get me a long ways over there. Like we'll be able to do a lot with that. But yeah, I'd rather see the kid have a good time than me have 3 AKs. So I finally decided to, like, this is on the chopping block. It's got to go. I'm downsizing a lot of my stuff, like my collection, my gaming collection, my gun collection, and it's cool having a lot of stuff, but it's also cool to live life. And yeah. So I'll keep stuff, but I'm not just gonna keep stuff to keep stuff anymore, you know what I'm saying? But there are a few guns that I am keeping. Like I got a lot of guns, like 50 guns or more. I don't even know anymore. And I've downsized a lot over the years. I'd have 300 guns if I kept them all. But as I go through this YouTube journey or whatever, like, and start documenting some of my guns and getting out shooting them eventually, like, I know your boy's slow with that. I do get, like, I'm not getting out of guns entirely, but I'm slowly kind of doing it. I did buy some cheap stuff, like if you've seen some of my other videos, like $99 shotgun and the SAR 9X, and like that stuff was cheap. Like I had 2 FALs. I sold one for like $1,200 or something. And yeah, so buying those $400 worth of guns, like that made sense to me because, like, I don't know, they were cheap and I still had money in my pocket to save. And then when I'm tired of those, they'll go away too. But yeah, I'm rambling, you boys rambling. This is my AK collection. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. That's the beauty with everything in life, is like there's so many different versions and options, and this is not an AK. But I figured since we're doing my 7.62 by 39 guns, I'll throw this one in here. This is also Chinese. This is a Norinco SKS. I had 2. I sold one. And yeah, that was to get over there and see my wife and kid and stuff. I sold one. The other one I sold was in rougher shape, and it was missing the 10-round mag when I got it. And I decided to buy another 10-round mag and slap it in there, and yeah. But this one that I kept is missing the bayonet. The one I sold had the bayonet. That one that I sold didn't match. I don't know if this one matches. Like when I talk about matches, like a lot of the items on the gun are serialized, like magazine, bolt. But really that doesn't matter with these guns, because this is a commercial SKS, I'm pretty sure. Like, It's got the plastic top gas port hand guard. Blah. Can't talk, man. But yeah, it's not like a wartime gun or like real collectible, although SKSs are getting up there. But yeah. What was I saying? Well, yeah, that doesn't matter. At least not to me. Doesn't kill the value or anything. I haven't done anything to this. I haven't even shot it yet. That's a reoccurring theme here. I did throw this cheap buttstock pouch on here. And these are really nice. I got it off like Amazon. Got a little Velcro sleeve on there that holds like 9 rounds. Cool. And then there's two 10-round stripper clips inside. I figure if you just grab the rifle and you gotta go, like you got 29 rounds on the gun. The cleaning kit I put inside the pouch because it's a little harder to get to with the stock sleeve, the pouch here. But yeah, I like these pouches. They're only like 10 or 12 bucks or something on like Amazon. I don't know what they're called or who makes them. Maybe we'll see. What the heck's that say? Spanker? Spanker. That's kind of funny. But yeah, Chinese SKS. I'll eventually get around to getting a bayonet for that. But yeah, 4.7 2x39 guns. I did have the M92 PAP gone. I did have another SKS gone. That Palmetto AK gone. I'm not just going to keep stuff to keep stuff anymore. Like, it's nice in theory. But, man, I'm going to live life and do fun stuff and make memories. And, like, maybe that's not your prerogative. Like, maybe you're happy with a lot of guns and a lot of, like, having a big collection. And that's your right. And that's great for you. But that's just me rambling on about my reasons as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, yeah. Like I said, too, man, I just think, I guess it's going to be weird. 5-round mags are cool, man. I did pick that up a while back. It's, like an Arsenal. I believe an Arsenal 5-rounder. It's a polymer one, though. I got this like a year or two ago from my buddy, 5-round SKS magazine, in case I ever go hunting, which I've been wanting to go hunting ever since forever, before I had guns, and I've still never got around to it. I procrastinate and I don't do everything that I want to do. But yeah, 5-round little polymer magazine. Yeah, cool though, to me. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for listening to me ramble. Tell me what you think about the AKs I got. Tell me what you got for AKs. Like, I like to talk. Like, I'm not opposed to chit-chatting with viewers. I like to talk and answer questions or reply to comments. If you do enjoy my weird, awkward videos, please consider subscribing and maybe leave a like on it. Like, I don't know, if you want to. I'll probably stop being awkward now and I'll bid you adieu. And this is your boy Soviet Combat Sloth signing out. Shaboosh.